Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
Good morning, good. Oh man, I happened again. Sorry about that. Man, that camera's been giving me fits all week. I'm telling you what. Hey, happy Wednesday. Again, part 2. CJ Nasello, it's our daily show. The time's 9:02, and we got a busy one for you. Going to be talking to Camille Brooks with the Gateway Arch Foundation here in about 20 minutes or so, but who's counting? Winterfest is coming down the pipeline. That's a big event, and they're going to join us and fill us in on all the sights and sounds and ways that we can head on across the river and be a part of it. Then at 10 o'clock, we're talking to Roger Gordon with the First Church of Christ Scientists. He's going to be in to fill us in on their upcoming Thanksgiving Day services and the different locations and where they'll be and all that great stuff. And then at 10:30, Lacy McDonald joins us to take us back 100 years ago. All that good stuff on this Wednesday morning. But at 9:03, here's what's happening around the Riverbend. Make sure you sign up for that daily email update where you can join myself and 70,000 people that get an email every day, and they're in the know with their daily dose of local news, local sports, and their statewide and national news with the Associated Press, events, classifieds. All you have to do if you haven't done it yet is seriously just put your email address into that sign up button, that big blue sign up button that's on RiverBender.com. You're taken care of. We'll take you to Granite City first. A 70-year-old man from Granite City, Bruce E. Kelly, remains in custody after being charged with aggravated battery against police officers and a nurse in 2 separate incidents. Here's what we know. These charges were filed on November the 7th, relate to the events that occurred on October the 30th and another event on November the 3rd. On October 30th, Kelly allegedly threw a brown liquid on a Glen Carbon police officer and pushed a nurse. Just days later, he reportedly spit on another officer and victim before resisting arrest. Kelly is currently remanded in jail awaiting his initial court appearance. And please note, all individuals are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. The news broke yesterday on the show. Ameren, Illinois spokesperson Brian Bretsch did announce that the company did restore power on November the 12th. The latest update was that crews were optimistic about restoring service by about 1 p.m. yesterday. And Bretsch mentioned that utility crews are on site to stabilize that utility pole and ensure it passes safety tests, but power has been restored for those selected areas. Rusty Weed, a dedicated community member, has been actively involved in cleanup efforts across several towns, utilizing the, quote, chain gang, end quote, name to signify his commitment to community. And these community cleanup efforts have sparked some controversy over the name. He has faced criticism for that name, which some argue carries racist connotations. However, he clarified in his letter to the editor that the chain gang represents, quote, ties to my community, end quote, emphasizing that it reflects his connection to the area rather than any negative implications. Despite the backlash, Wheat remains focused on his mission of service and leading by example, urging others to understand the true meaning behind his organization. The Calhoun High School girls volleyball team is set for a critical match in the IHSA Class 1A state tournament, facing off against Cessna Park on Friday, November the 15th. They have an impressive record, 37-2. The Warriors earned their place in the tournament by narrowly defeating Norris City Omaha infield in a super sectional championship. Coach Melissa Ziprick praised her team's hard work and dedication, emphasizing the importance of focus and preparation as they analyze video footage for their opponents. Key players include Kate Ziprick and Audrey Gilman, each contributing to 13 kills their last match. On November the 12th, yesterday, Mayor Mike McCormick of Godfrey filed his petitions for re-election for the 2025 consolidated election, and it reflected on his 16 years of service to Godfrey. McCormick emphasized his commitment to keeping the village safe and thriving, noting that the tax levy has never been raised during his tenure. His accomplishments include expanding Gladesbrook Park, improving village roads, and merging the township and village for taxpayer savings. He also opposed a property pay raise for the mayor position, advocating for public service driven by community love rather than the financial gain. The municipal election scheduled for April 1st, 2025. We'll have more on the Godfrey mayoral candidates, just like we will for all the townships and city candidates that are around our Riverbend region as we get closer to April the 1st. If you're running for office, submit your press release to us and let us know to news@RiverBender.com. Families are invited to the 10th Annual Downtown Country Christmas Festival in Jerseyville. On Saturday, November the 30th, the festivities begin at 1 p.m. at City Center Park, featuring games, visits with Santa, and a parade. Santa will make a grand entrance by helicopter at 1:30. Children can enjoy free activities, including a movie screening of the Polar Express, bounce houses, and elf school. That sounds cool. The celebration wraps up with a tree lighting ceremony at 5 p.m. and a parade to Dolan Park. Organizers emphasize community spirit and inclusivity, making this event a cherished local tradition. This Saturday, November the 16th, the Brick Hall in Bethalto will host the Keys for Kids fundraiser featuring dueling pianos, a silent auction, with proceeds benefiting Riverbend Rescue. The event aims to support families in need during the holiday season, and it offers a night of entertainment, food, and networking. Tickets are available for $50 online or at the door. Items for the auction include Kansas City Chief tickets, Cardinals seats, and gourmet wine dinners. Riverbend Rescue was founded to provide essential items for local children, and it continues to grow and make a significant impact in the community. As we're wrapping up top of the hour news now, at 9:09, we won't be able to get to news in the 10 because of how busy that hour will be. In October 2024, listen to this. Employees of Revity Credit Union united to raise $4,562 for the American Cancer Society through their Revel for a Cause jeans program. This employee-funded initiative allows staff to wear jeans on Fridays and Saturdays by donating to local organizations. Revity's commitment to community support is exemplified by their selection of the American Cancer Society as the donation recipient. The funds raised include $1,191 from the Jeans program and $3,371 from the sale of Revity Care cards, which offered uplifting messages to cancer patients. All proceeds were donated to aid cancer patients and their families during that critical time. 46 degrees in downtown Alton at 9:10. It feels like 41 out there, humidity at 81%, but here we go. Time for some rain. Today, breezy with variable cloudiness and a thunderstorm this afternoon. Tonight, a couple of showers this evening, and otherwise it will be mostly cloudy. Let's pull up this weather map, shall we, just to see when we're getting smoked today. You can always go to RiverBender.com/weather to see this map in real time. And as we were talking about yesterday, the rain's not going to come in until about 1 p.m. We're going to start seeing it. That's 2 and 3 o'clock. And then by 4, 5, and 6, 7, you're going to still see more rain in the area. 8, 9, 10, by 12 and 1. Little remnants at 6, but it should all be out by Thursday morning. So there we go. A little bit of rain today, but hey, Technically, some of Illinois is still in a drought. Here's what's happening the next 5 days. 57 degrees today. It will drop down to 48 overnight. A 60% chance of thunderstorms on Thursday. Tomorrow, a high of 56, a low of 41 degrees. On Friday, a high of 59, a low of 42. No rain in the forecast. On Saturday, a high of 63 degrees, a low of 48. Believe it or not, I'm crazy enough to power wash my house on Saturday and Grandma's house. On Sunday, a high of 62 and a low of 52 degrees. That's a look at the next 5 days for your air quality. Let's take a look. Overall air quality is good today at 43, but mold is high. So if you're having some allergy issues today or maybe getting some headaches, take a look at those mold levels and pop a Claritin or whatever you need to get you through the day. Ragweed's low, tree levels are low, and the UV index is really just 0. That's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend and a look at our weather. 46 degrees at 9:12. It feels like 41 for time and temperature throughout the day. 618-465-4545. This time powered by Tom Lane. He's your local State Farm agent. Before I take a quick break, you got to get tickets to A Christmas Carol. Why am I still talking about this? You know what I'm saying? I mean, seriously, it should be sold out. I'm not frustrated with you, but, I feel like it's a good Christmas gift. I feel like my live reads are pretty solid on this. At Alton Little Theater, they are coming off just a run of great shows, and it's really great to see all that hard work and perseverance paying off. At Alton Little Theater, Lee Cox joins the show how many times? And that's what they're talking about, is just their commitment to providing an excellent form of entertainment to our area. As you see on your screen, A Christmas Carol is coming down the pipeline to Alton Little Theater in just a couple of weeks. I mean, think about it. We're here, folks. It is Christmas season. December 13th, 14th, 19th, and the 20th, evenings at 7:30 p.m. December 15th, 21st, and the 22nd, matinees at 2. John Jake's new adaptation, Lee and I were talking about this a couple of days ago. It's basically more of an in-depth look to Scrooge and the ghost's past, a little bit more intertwined. And it's a little bit more of a backstory that kind of shapes why A Christmas Carol and why Ebenezer's and these ghosts are the way they are. It's very fascinating. And show dates are already filling up. I mean, there's already a couple of sellouts already where you cannot get tickets. It's not even standing room. And this is coming off, like I said, that hell of a run of Making God Laugh that was all over Facebook. Rocky Horror Show, which everybody thought was amazing. And now they're going for a three-peat. 2 is true, and 3 is when you're a dynasty. And this year has been a dynasty year for Alton Little Theater. Their 91st season is just gone off without a hitch. And it's because, like I said earlier, they bring the best performers from the region that come in and entertain us. And especially right now, no matter what channel you watch on news, seriously, it doesn't. We all need a couple of hours of a breather. You know what I'm saying? And what better way than to support a local community staple? Alton Little Theater is one of the the oldest, most continuous little theater in the state of Illinois, and one of the oldest, most continuous in the country. And that gym is right here in the city of Alton, in the heart of our Riverbend region coverage map. You can go to altonlittletheater.org right now to get tickets, or if you need more information, totally understand. You can also start reaching out about ways that you can donate and help support them during this season of giving, as they are a non-for-profit, and you can get that deducted from your taxes at the end of the year. You can call 618-462-3205. That'll get you to Michael at the box office. That's 618-462-3205. You can also go to altonlittletheater.org, but just don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over their way. I'm curious, since we're here now, I'm curious to see how downtown Alton's looking. It's 9:15. We're going to come back with Winterfest and have a great time with Camille and learn all about how the Gateway Arch Park Foundation is really just pulling out all the stops for this. This is the 9th annual Winterfest. It's crazy to think that it's already been that long. 9:15, we'll take a quick break. Don't forget to tell Lee Cox and Alton Little Theater that CJ sent you over their way because, well, I just need you to do that for me. Hey, we'll come back with more of our daily show. But first, downtown Alton.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
That land of gentle breezes where the peaceful waters flow.
Welcome back. 9:19, little bit of change on this 13th day of November. Always a great event is the Gateway Arch Park Foundation's Winterfest, the 9th annual one this year. Camille Brooks going to join us via Zoom here in about 2 seconds when I pull her up on the screen. Camille, good morning and happy Wednesday to you.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, hanging in there. It's going to be a little bit rainy this afternoon, and we just hope our roofs can take the pounding that we've gotten this last 2 weeks.
In my basement.
Yeah, that too. I am still looking for a basement sponsor on the show. So if you... Camille is the Director of Programming and Events for the Gateway Arch Park Foundation. And Winterfest, Camille, has become such a cherished tradition, really, in the Metro East, not just for St. Louis, but the entire region. And right off the bat, just how is the whole team feeling ahead of this great event?
Yes, we are excited about it as always. Hoping for wonderful weather this season. Last year was beautiful, so we're expecting the same thing. And we are kicking off in about a week and a half. So on the 23rd is opening day, and we start the season with our 5K in the morning as usual. We go right into free skating all day for everybody, the tree lighting, the s'mores roasting, igloos. I mean, it just makes for a beautiful day. And
if it's okay, Camille, can we talk a little bit about the backstory, the origin story of how Winterfest came to be?
Yes, so it started again 10 years ago, technically.
Oh, yeah.
But it started a while back. And initially it was done on the park over the highway. So right as the construction was happening at the arch grounds and they were connecting the arch to the city, and they wanted to celebrate, the grounds and what was happening just before the opening. And so we started there just as like a 1 week sort of deal with the ice rink there. But it was so, successful, and so many people were interested in it, kind of grew out of that space or outgrew that space. So we had to move it over to Kiener, and here we are 9 years later.
Well, and 9 years later, we got more new additions. I was just reading about this today, and this is incredible. Take me to the lodge at Winterfest. Take us through this. This sounds really cool.
Absolutely. So again, every year our goal is to make it bigger, brighter, bolder. How can we bring more people down to do more things? And so all the craze lately has been those, winter themed or holiday themed pop-up bars. And why wouldn't we have one? um, so we partnered with Ucraft, who's right downstairs, right across from Kiener Plaza, overlooking the plaza itself. They have beautiful windows, a wonderful space. And so we have transformed it into a Winterfest lodge themed, pop-up.
This is so cool. And I'm reading here too, and I was talking about this earlier about these games and these portrait opportunities and winter themed small bites that are available. And what I think is really cool is how you guys can encapsulate this winter for everybody, and this is really how you do it.
Yes. So we want you to be able to do both. They're just a walking distance, literally across the street from each other. So you can ice skate, you can do igloos, you can do s'mores, and then you can come across to the lodge and hang out with us for a little bit and have some more drinks, more bites. We do have naughty and nice hours. So the kids can come early in the day and play the games. But then, of course, as the evening sets in, it turns into more of an adult atmosphere. With 21 and older for the naughty hours.
Well, and I think that's really great for area parents to know over here on the Illinois side of the river because, they love going to that event and just to know, hey, there is that family-friendly time too. And what type of games are there available?
We have everything holiday themed,
Cool.
including your traditional games as well. So we have like Jumbo Uno and that sort of thing. But we have like Christmasopoly, so a Christmas version of Monopoly, some Christmas trivia games and that sort of thing, just to make it fun and festive.
And I also saw, this is what I love about this, and seriously, I mean, not patronizing you here, but $25 per person is so affordable right now for families, and that could be that one, really kind of bigger holiday event to really kick off the season as a family with a group of friends or by ourselves.
Absolutely. And the $25 does include a beverage. So it could be, hot cocoa for the kids or, a boozy drink for the adults. But, and once you're there are TVs, like you said, there are games and just something fun for you to do. And then you can head on over to Winterfest and hang out for a little bit longer.
This is incredible. And Winterfest is just so complete. And let's just, kind of just break down too the returning favorites, because I know that just in case there's some folks that have been moving into Alton lately from outside the area, we'd love to inform them and let them head on over your way and see all this great stuff. Let's talk about this ice skating rink. How does this develop?
Yes, so it's a pop-up rink. So we rented all the pieces, but we bring in chillers, so it is real ice. It's not one of those synthetic ice rinks. It's real ice, and we work hard to keep it cold. Some days in the winter, it gets a little warm here, but we have chillers that keep it going. It's a wonderful space and very approachable. Sometimes people who haven't been on there before or haven't skated before, we have the skate assist, so they can do that. But it's just a fun way to get kind of, novel skating in.
Well, and honestly, that's, again, another just for everybody of exhibit, because honestly, Camille, there's some places that do offer ice skating, and it's like, man, it's pretty dangerous out there on those roads. You know what I'm saying?
And the blues do come down twice in the season. So we have a Learn to Skate that's free on Sundays.
Really cool.
You can come down and kind of, just get a feel for what it is. They can show you some kind of pointers a little bit, which is really fun. And then on Fridays, kids skate for free. So again, if you're looking for something fun and approachable to do, you can bring the kids down on any Friday and they can skate for free.
This is just incredible. And I also know that and the chef is coming back to the Winterfest Cafe, correct?
Yes, he is. Chef Jawan Rice, a St. Louis favorite. He's, homegrown and really doing some good things here. He's actually at a World Food Championship right now.
Wow.
Working on his craft, but he's bringing back all of his favorites. One of them is tachos. It's like nachos, potato tots, and everybody loves them.
That kind of went viral.
It's so good. It's so good. So we're happy, very happy to have him back in this space. And then our beverages are with our, again, local family-owned business, poor decisions, and they do all of our hot cocos and muddled wines and, all those things as well.
Really cool. And now, I've been curious about this Igloo Village for a little bit too. Can you fill me in on this and how maybe the reservations work and how we can plan this to make it the best experience for our group of friends or family?
Yes, so the igloos can be reserved. You have an hour and a half in the igloo. It's $200, but it comes with, so it's warm, it's heated, so that's a first
Big
thing.
one.
Yes, but then you get free parking, you get 4 skating passes, and a locker. So it's a all-inclusive way for you to come down and enjoy the skating. We recommend that you skate ahead of time and then retreat to your igloo to warm up. It does come with 2 beverages as well, so you can, have a few drinks once you're
Really
in there. And then there are upgrade packages where you can get food service, you can roast s'mores in your igloo,
I'm
which
in.
is really fun.
I'm in.
Yes.
Well, and I was just thinking about that. You wouldn't want to go into the igloo first and then ice skate, because then it could get a little cold quick.
Right. So you kind of plan your day. So if your igloo, time is at 6, you maybe want to come at 4 and then hang out, skate for a little bit, and then come in and hang out in your igloo and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Well, and also on top of that too, speaking of s'mores, these campfire kits are really cool. And I love the fact too that there's some vegan kits available for folks that maybe have a different dietary set of guidelines. And now fill me in on, is this available all the time throughout the entirety of Winterfest?
Yes. So you can just visit the box office and purchase your kit. They are $20 and they serve up to 4 people. So you can make, 4 s'mores in each kit. And then it gets you access to our little fire pit area, which is a little warming as well. So that's always fun. But having a variety in the vegan kits is really important, just so that everybody can experience, the s'mores.
100%. And that's what I think so great about this event. And just going back to it is the fact that honestly, St. Louis is such a diverse community, and this region is so diverse, from rural to municipal to all walks of life. And to really encapsulate that, my hat's off to you guys, because it takes a lot to figure out what makes this work for everybody in the best way. And you guys have really nailed this.
And that's, the goal is to really celebrate community, celebrate St. Louis and all the things that make us special. So the tree lighting, but we also, as of last year, have I think it's the second largest menorah that goes up for Hanukkah as well.
Wow.
So, it's not our menorah, it's not our tree, but it's in the space, and it allows us to celebrate, St. Louis in that way. So we really appreciate the community and our sponsors for making this accessible to everybody.
100%. And now, before I let you go, Camille, a couple of big things to talk about, because there's so much with this event that I want to make sure that our write-up is as detailed as possible for this side. Take me through some of the special events and activities that are coming down the pipeline, if possible, in terms of that opening day in the Ameren, Missouri Festival of Lights, the Princess Superhero Day, and karaoke nights. That's cool.
It's one of my favorite things. So again, we start the Saturday, the 23rd, 5K, first thing in the morning, 7:30. You start at Kiener, you run through the Arch grounds and back to Kiener. And skating is free all day on Saturday, courtesy of Ameren and the Festival of Lights. So once you run, you can make your way back to the rink and start your skating, start your day then. And then we'll move on in the evening. We do have the Festival of Lights and the tree lighting. That's at about 5. The mayor will be there to speak and to kind of kick off Winterfest, the holiday season, and holidays in St. Louis. And then so many other things throughout the season. Like you said, karaoke, come down and sing Mariah Carey and some of your favorite, up on the rooftop sort of songs. But then the princesses and superheroes are always a fun and special hit for the kids.
And I wanted to touch on those dates real quick. December 1st, 8th, 15th, and the 22nd, the on-ice photo opportunities will be from 12 to 1. And then those appearances at the Lodge at Winterfest are really cool too, from 1 to 1:30 p.m. as well.
Yeah, so they'll be in the lodge for like the first hour or so, and then out on the ice for the second hour. And they start on December 8th. So we did have
Oh, okay. Thank
a
you.
change there. So they do start December 8th and then every Sunday after that, including New Year's Eve. So they will also be there with us on New Year's Eve, which is a fun,
Yeah.
family-friendly New Year's Eve with fireworks and all the things, fire dancers, characters and performances, karaoke again. And then it's over at 8. So you can
That's
be
even better. You know, I'm getting older here, Camille. I want to be home.
Yeah.
So what time
does
did...
Dad want to come down and bring the kids and then tuck them in and go to, the adult party? You can do that too.
That's a good point, actually. That's a hell of a sales pitch, actually. What time does that start on New Year's Eve?
Yeah, it starts at 4. I mean, we're open at noon, but the festivities kind of start at 4 with the fire dancers and all of those things. And then the fireworks are right at 8 o'clock. Then we're out.
I think this is just so cool. I mean, looking at some of these numbers, 65,000 plus visitors attended last year's festival. And, whenever you see that, think about for all those businesses that are around that district too, I'm sure they're feeling the benefits of a blessed winter season whenever they know that literally tens of thousands of families are coming in and ready to explore a little bit more.
And that's what we love about it, again, bringing it down to the city, making it accessible to families and friends and people who are from out of state and all over. Our partners at the Hilton do a give back for hotels, like if you stay at the Hilton.
That's cool.
So it just allows you to come, enjoy, and make a full weekend of it, really. We love our friends at Union Station, so go to Polar Express and then come down, hang out with us, go over to Ballpark Village. But it's just bringing life to our community downtown.
This is just incredible. And before I let you go, I wanted to talk about some of the FAQs just for logistics, because I know that that's always probably one of the most searched portions of the event page.
Absolutely.
Take me through parking and then hours of operation outside of opening night, just so our area listeners and viewers are a little bit more aware.
Yes, so we are open Fridays from 4 to 8, and again, kids skate free, courtesy of the Blues, and then Saturdays and Sundays from 12 to 8. So it is a weekend only sort of festivity. We are closed on Christmas Eve and Christmas, but then through the 26th through the 31st, we're open every day from 12 to 8.
So when the
Christmas break,
yep, that's what I was getting ready to say.
Something to do with the kids, yes, to bring them down. And the Winterfest Lodge has the exact same hours. So Fridays 4 to 8, Saturdays and Sundays 12 to 8. And then when you come down, you can park at Kiener Plaza, like right at Kiener Plaza in the Kiener West or Kiener East garages. On our website, we have links to where you can get parking, discounted parking or passes. But it's all there. Again, we send out lots of emails. So if you need some more information, you can sign up. But our website is www.archpark.org/Winterfest. And all of the information is there. You can buy your tickets, you can reserve an igloo, you can do, all the things there.
And we'll link everything too in a write-up on RiverBender.com and inform our viewers and listeners a little bit more outside of this on demand. Camille, thank you so much for your time. I'd love to have you back on the show, and just keep up the great work with Winterfest. We hope it goes well.
Thank you so much. We hope to see you down there.
Oh, absolutely.
Come live
oh, that would be real. We'll set it up too. That actually might be fun to do.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
We'll talk a little bit more about that, Camille. And like I said, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, and we'll link everything online.
Sounds good. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. At 9:34, we'll take a quick break. More of our daily show rolls around the corner after this. Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh-made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
And I wonder why the little things you find they coming true. Oh, telephone line, give me some time. I'm living in twilight. Telephone line.
There you are. Where you been? Oh, hold on. Camille's not on our show anymore. She was great. That was a wonderful. What if, I think we should go live in St. Louis. Why not? You know, have some fun a little bit over at Winterfest. That'd be fun. All right, welcome back. Hey, I wanted to share with you something that Charles Thomas captured for us just a couple of days ago at the National Memorial of Military Ascent fundraiser at Cafe Napoli in Clayton, and wanted to share with you this story he captured. We'll go picture in picture, and I'll take you full screen, but look at this interview here in this presentation and this diorama. It's pretty incredible here. We'll take you there now.
Today I'm here to promote the Grafton Art Gallery, Point Du Hoc, and also miniature artwork. I was encouraged to make this diorama by the Grafton Art Gallery because I was told by Jackie about the project and I thought it would be a good idea to make a diorama about it. So I wanted to recreate Point Du Hoc because I kind of got the idea to do that from people at the gallery. It's kind of made from foam blocks, essentially, so just things I was able to get from Walmart, and I was able to create it in a short amount of time. I enjoy being here tonight to promote history and also World War II and the soldiers that fought in it. I want to inspire people to create this kind of stuff and carry on and learn about history, you know? To check out more of my work, go to the Grafton Art Gallery.
How cool is that? Charles captured that, and I wanted to share that in Spotlight. Just a really great miniature display and diorama from Samuel there, and just kind of showcase that a little bit more. That was really cool. You know what else was really cool? And by the way, we'll be in Grafton a lot more. I don't know if you guys heard during the Country Music Festival. Man, we're rocking and rolling. We're going to be doing a lot of events in Grafton this winter, a couple of more for us coming down the pipeline, and then we're going to be doing the Alton tree lighting ceremony, which is my favorite, and I'm excited for it because Christmas is here, my friends, and we're going to have some fun. I get it. Thanksgiving's first. make sure you eat and all that good stuff. But then if you guys are like me and excited about the Christmas season, and I'm really excited because that's when my vacation is, even though we'll have brand new shows because I tape them in advance. We'll forget it by the time we play it again, so I'm fine with telling you. But, we tape everything, I do in advance, so that way I can get my rest back, and then I'm full of energy for the next, 30 days when I come back. Hey, wanted to fill you in on this. Hold on here. Man, I'm dying in this basement today. I talked to Thomas Neely a couple of days ago. Wanted to share this with you. We're going to be talking to Roger Gordon in a couple of minutes, but I wanted to replay some of this conversation. Really good opportunity coming down the pipeline, and we'll take you there now.
Welcome back to Our Daily Show. Here's CJ.
Welcome back to our daily show. We did this last time. We just start talking, and I forget to turn the microphone on.
We got all the great stuff to talk about. So yes, let me.
I saw this post on social media. Corey messaged me immediately, said, "You got to check this out." This is pretty damn cool, man. So the idea is to have a haunted dinner theater in Alton.
Yes, that is the plan. It's the working title. Our sort of the business plan actually encompasses more variety arts, but still as a dinner theater.
Yeah.
So it would be an attraction for, not just people in Alton, obviously, and that's who it's for, but also to bring, for tourists. We're getting more tourism every year, more people coming in from far and wide.
Yeah.
And we have, for people who may not know, so I run a company called Freak Show Deluxe. Mm-hmm. We're based out of Hollywood. This is Freak Show Deluxe is like 23rd year in business this year.
That's incredible.
And we have performed all over the country. We've done some stuff around the world. So we have connections to all of these different people. And I've already gotten people that said, hey, if you open the place, we'll absolutely, come and perform. And sometimes you just hang out. Like, it'd be,
so cool.
So, so to have that sort of celebrity and that sort of, that sort of idea that it's something people are interested in. And when we pitched the idea in Alton, especially some of the, the business people and such, the real interest of like, something aimed at tourists that will bring them here, keep them here, because we want to put it, we've been eyeing some locations in the flats.
Yeah.
Everyone knows where the flats is, right? Okay. And we've been looking at locations there, and there are several places, less than 3, that are great. We can sort of make them in our image, which people are going to dig. It's very hometown, kind of image, and we want to fit it in with the theme of the town, and we want to bring people in. So we actually, where we're at now, so we're looking at locations. We got some things planned out. We have some people who've dedicated that said, yes, I'm dedicated onto the team to do it now. So now it's, we're looking for venture capitalists, essentially.
Yeah.
So, and we're looking for people to invest in this, and we'd love for, as many people from Alton who want to, big dollars, small dollars.
You're on the right show. We've had some fat checks wrote on this show.
Nice.
Who would want to be a part of this? This is what. So immediately when I thought about this, this is just how my brain thinks. I went back to because my parents and I we did this European tour and all that. It was beautiful. And gone to London a couple of times. But this thing that stands out is in the European tour going through Paris was going by the Moulin Rouge, and you're seeing those folks out there in the windows and they're hanging out. And that's immediately, not even lying to you, what my thought went for this dinner theater. We have Alton Little Theater, and they are the best. I love what they do, but to have this where it's more of, a difference where you're bringing in different entertainers from around the country and you're adding to that scene, I can see this being a really big attraction point for the entertainment side of things.
Yes. And, the thing with Alton is, and now we only moved to Alton 2
Yeah,
years
you're
ago.
still a newer
We're still a
arrival,
new guy, like sight unseen, because I don't know if I told you that. We didn't, my partner Alice came and looked at the house the day before she signed the paperwork.
You did tell me that.
That was the most we'd ever done. But we have just, man, we have loved living here so much. It's been, and everyone in towns has their issues with other people. It's a normal thing.
Yeah.
We're used, we're absolutely used to it. She and I both grew up in small towns. That were both, I think, a little smaller than Alton, but we've lived in LA and Long Beach and New York.
Oh, wow, yeah.
All these different places, all these big cities. So the joy of having, and how many of Alton just has so many great restaurants,
right? Great
bars. The local music scene is absolutely phenomenal.
100%.
And there's a lot for that, and the Alton Little Theater,
great. It's amazing.
It's amazing. They do great work.
I kept saying this, Tom. I said, man, we're in the middle of a renaissance here, and no one's really opening up their eyes and promoting it. I mean, yeah, we do, but not in the way that I think we could, because we have artists of all backgrounds and interests, and whether it's music, painting, crafting, you name it. To add this would, I think, be a catalyst in some way to that downtown portion of that growth, but also just the region, because there's tons of talented folks around. The kids right now are kicking butt and taking names, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing.
Right. Now, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this, but my son, who, now both my kids went to my daughter still goes to Marquette.
Oh,
my
really
son
cool. Okay.
graduated in May. Thank goodness. We never thought it was going to happen. I'm totally teasing you, kid. It was great. But he had been going to this place called the G Spot. You ever hear about it?
No, I haven't.
It's called that because it was hard to find. Don't worry about that. That's not important right now. What's important is that it was like basically a little like underground music scene in Alton. And
I do know what you're talking, because I've seen that. Okay.
It was phenomenal.
Yeah, I do know exactly what you're talking about.
He would send us videos and stuff, and we were like, I wish that this had been the thing when I was a kid, but they had just have with social media and stuff, they can make those connections. And I'm like,
it's amazing.
It's unbelievable. But it really is great. Hey, folks, for folks who are worried that kids are just spending too much time sitting at home, playing video games and being on the internet, the kids are all right.
They're fine.
It'll be okay.
They'll be just fine. Guess what? Guess who else was saying that? Your grandparents and parents about you. We're all going to be fine. And that's what, getting back into this is why adding this component is, I think, such a great growth potential. It really is. I mean, yeah, there's always things that could happen, but I'm telling you, with your background and the network that you and Alice have developed over the years, and also it just seems like right off the bat, man, hundreds of people were like, yes, not just yes, they were saying, hell yes, we want this.
Let us know more details. Tell us more stuff. How's this gonna work? And so, yes. And that is now to convince some of the, other people that were, because it's taken a little bit of time to sort of figure it out.
Oh,
We've looked at stuff like all over.
It takes a long time.
And talked to friends. And I have, of course, the bonus is I've had friends who have opened venues. There's a place in just south of Cincinnati that is called Burkus Brewery. And my friend, who had been a Ringling Brothers clown, had bought this old theater and then, got all the lead paint out of it, got all the asbestos out of it, and converted it into a theater, a circus school, brewery. Because he had a big brewery and they brewed their own beer. And so tap room and all this kind of stuff. And then brought over one of his clown buddies from Italy. And they taught him how to make pieces. And they built a whole Italian piece thing. Unbelievable work.
Well, I'll add on to that. Now that my head's spinning here a little bit, think about what you could do for those performers here locally with classes and workshops with all. Because I mean, in pro wrestling is the same thing. I had to travel to Austin, Texas to learn.
Right.
I had to, and St. Louis has great schools, but to really get that notoriety and all of that, you got to fly and go all these places.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
What you could bring in here with you and Alice and everybody else on the team, that's incredible. I mean, that's what you can really, I think, hold high over anything else is that you're getting this next generation of performers ready too.
Exactly. And it will be great for people who are, for kids who are adults who are interested. Is we're talking, I mean, the main focus at the initial outset was to be a magic theater. Have you ever heard about the Magic Castle in Hollywood, California?
I have not. I've heard of it. I've never been.
The Magic Castle is a phenomenal place. They bought they were looking for a place for magicians to hang out and stuff, and then bought it. It's been featured in several movies. It's a very known place, but it's a dinner theater, and then you go to see the shows, and they'll have 5-6 different stages a night going with different kinds. There's a close-up room with guys doing close-up stuff. There's the Peller. So Freak Show Deluxe, my company, has performed there a number of times. We were the first non-member, non-magic show to be allowed to perform there. They were doing a thing about like summer festivals and stuff. So they're like, it's very fair. Like you guys, come in, and the people I worked with were phenomenal. I would not have been. They really helped make things like as they are today.
I didn't realize though. I mean, that's a huge notion because especially it's no different than the comedy club thing. If you're able to go out in there and perform, you're doing something right.
Yeah, exactly. And then Milt Larson, who created it and owned the entire interior and stuff, and his daughter does right now, I think. His estate does. It doesn't matter. That's not important. What's important is we are looking at this place. Our idea is to become the Magic Castle of the Midwest.
Brilliant.
Several stages, several bars, the dinner theater. Like you could come anytime. You bring your friends. It's entertaining. Have your corporate event. Do your birthday party. Whatever you want to do. But we're not talking. Just pulling the string out of the whatever. We're not just talking about that. And we're not. While there may be, you'll get to see some of the greatest like sideshow performers come through. You'll get to see that, but it won't be the thing all the time. So there'll always be something different to see. It'll always be, and the hope. So this is what I would really like. There's so many ideas and things we've been, that are in the plan, which runs in phases and increments. So the plan is to secure the building, number one, and then the building serves as the what do you call it? The thing that sort of backs up the investors. So the collateral.
Yeah.
So the people who invest. Real quick, for those of you who are interested, we're looking at, fingers crossed, the plan is a 50% return on your investment within 5 years.
Whoa.
That is the plan.
That's pretty nice.
It is pretty nice. It's not it is. And as things are going right now, like it's pretty good.
But you know what? Regardless of returns and all of that, because I get it. Money's money and business is business. But let me just say this. I am so tired of people going, well, we need this. We need this. This is your active opportunity to do something. And just like, you're going to take a risk. Guess what? The people that you're dogging for having a business took that risk already. You know what I'm saying? So I think the point's negated because this is somebody's opportunity that someone is openly saying, I have the connections, contacts, the plan, we have it, but we need a little bit of some support. This is it.
You have to have the buy-in. It really makes a difference if you have the skin in the game, 100%. As it were. And there's another perk too. For the investors, and I think we're looking at like $1,000 and above. You get your head in a jar behind the bar.
No way.
I got a picture of it. I'll send it to you too.
Please send it because we'll use it for the article.
Stick it to the thing and be like, this could be you.
We'll put it in the article. Now, how do these that's a great point. How do these investor levels work?
So what we're looking at is we're sort of, if people want to make a donation and every single thing is appreciated, it will be used. We can tell you what your donation is for. We're looking at a complete transparency. The idea at this juncture has been that any kind of think of it as this. If you're an investor, then that kind of, that puts you in the board.
Yeah.
And each investment would have X amount of votes to it. Now understand that you've also got a team who is coming in specifically to do it. So let's not get crazy.
Good point. No, that's a good point.
But then this becomes a place. I mean, how cool to bring your friends in and be like, oh, yeah, I'm an investor here. No, pay full price. You don't get a discount. Like pay full price. I need to make my money back on this.
You know what's amazing, though? Think about this. How many times has someone said you can invest for $1,000?
No, not often.
Very rarely.
I'll tell you what. There's been a crowdfunding thing. Crowdfundings were always like, give me your money. But to do this where it's like, oh no, you are going to invest.
Yeah, no, you have to have it this way.
Is the, there's a Scottish football team. So, and the Caledonia Braves that I have invested like my Beasley $100 or whatever in. But now, don't think I'm not a huge fan of the Caledonia Braves, who I've never seen a match from, but we're doing really well.
You're right, though.
It's just the pride of This is my team.
Well,
imagine if you could have gotten in on the ground floor of like the St. Louis Cardinals.
Oh God, yeah. Well, I'll tell you this. I got one for you. About a year and a half ago, someone on LinkedIn, because everyone always sends you those BS messages.
Oh yeah.
We'd love you to join this advisory board. Exactly. And so I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm like, it's a little bit boring on a Tuesday, so I'm effing with the guy a little bit and just say, oh yeah, no, you'll have a say on the board and all this for this new soccer team in Chicago. I swear to God, that team, it's like some D2 team, but apparently they're a feeder team now for the Chicago Red Bulls or whatever. It's incredible. I'm like, or Chicago Fire, whatever they call it. Amazing. So I lost out on that one. See what happens when
it happens. It happens. I'll tell you. But even everybody who puts in, I mean, obviously you're going to be like, hey, these are the people who made this happen. Our business model is dependent on the people of Alton having buy-in and saying, I want this.
This is why I think it's such a good idea and why I jumped on it when I saw the post, because I thought, you know what, this is not just an individual saying, here's my plan. We're going to need a team. We have our ideas. We have our core team, but this is your point. This is your option to really join this and really be a part of the artistic scene, because I'm telling you, that Grand Theater, everyone was so upset, right?
Right.
But now think about this. You might not get the Grand Theater in the next year, and that's not bringing up, I'm not trying to rehash anything, but you get an entertainment facility with this investment that everyone wanted already. So utilize that.
And then the idea is then that because that will be there, well, now there's this new element, and then there's this new element, and it starts bringing in more and more things. So then by the time the Capitol Theater opens, it's going to be, doing well. Yeah. There will be because the places we're looking at we're not looking at the Capitol Theater.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, I wish when we first got to town, people were like, you should talk about the Capitol Theater. I'm like, that is outside of that is way bigger than I'm ready for by any stretch. And we've had and we have had such a great time. I got to work with Alton Little Theater, which was awesome. We performed at the Farmers Market. We did the grand reopening for Mississippi Hippie and Brass Monkey, and we've just gotten to do those little bits. My daughter has been playing Charlotte Lenore, had done her album, has been doing some gigs out, is booking a lot more, is ready to work actually with a studio in Wood River. We've been talking with them, and everyone's just trying to coordinate schedules to record her new album of originals.
It's incredible.
So, we've gotten to do a ton of stuff here, but we want to be careful because we don't want to overstay. We don't want to, and I did a ton of stuff at the Performing Arts Center.
But you know what? I think it's really cool because, you really have an understanding, I think, just to the couple of years you've been, because ideas are great, and sometimes when you throw it all out there, you get some pushback. But man, this was set out in a way that was all community focused. And it's 9:54. Can we take a quick break and come back? That way we can summarize what we're talking about here and get it all ready for this big, beautiful article on RiverBender.com.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. Which is good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit villagedispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Time passages. Yes, go falling in the fading light. Time passages. Find me a ticket.
Welcome back, 10:01, 13th day of November. Man, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm ready for Thanksgiving to get here, Roger. Roger Gordon joins us now. How are we doing today?
Pretty good. I'm ready for Thanksgiving, too.
Well, First Church of Christ Scientist is going to be having some really great upcoming services, and thanks for joining us and filling us in on it today.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me.
So where do we start? First of all, let's just talk about the different locations of the church around for folks that maybe can't get up to Elsa or wherever their prospective location is. Where are the locations around the community?
Sure. So I'm at First Church of Christ Scientist in Elsa. We also have Christian Science churches in Jerseyville and Alton Godfrey. So all three churches will be having Thanksgiving services on Thanksgiving morning.
Really cool. And now, how has the church grown throughout the years? How long have you been a member?
I've been a member a couple years now. I got here getting off of active duty and moved here to work at Principia College.
Really cool.
So been here a few years and joined the church, and it's a great church. My family loves it.
Take me through the community. What's it, in the sights and sounds of it? Because I really think that's what, folks love to hear about is that community and what that atmosphere and that, really just the vibe is like inside that church and how everyone comes together.
Yeah, thanks, CJ. I appreciate that. Really lovely people.
Yeah.
Really just kind, gentle, praying people, God-like people. So it's a quiet church. We're very peaceful. I think any Christian Science church you go into is very peaceful, very calming, healing atmosphere, and good people just who wrap you up in love.
And and right now, regardless, people just need to feel that, I think, and that embrace, especially in the time we're in. And with Thanksgiving coming up, before we even get there, we have a couple of weeks, and it could be a good opportunity for folks if they're hearing this for the first time and have always been interested in learning more to stop by and maybe check some stuff out. Mm-hmm. When are you guys? When are your service times normally?
So in Elsa, our services are Sunday mornings at 10:30. Alton Godfrey and Jerseyville at 10, and we have Wednesday services at 7:30 too.
Really cool. And now, is that Wednesday service just in Elsa, or is it in...
all the churches will have Wednesday evening services as well. Yeah. Really
unique. And now, how long have all the churches' locations have always been a part of each other, or did they come together after some time? Do you know?
So I don't know.
I've always been fascinated by it, just because I see them, when I drive to my parents' house every day.
Yeah. Well, so we've got the largest community of Christian Scientists in the world right here.
Do you really?
Because of Principia.
Wow.
Principia College and Principia School in St. Louis, but Principia College in Elsa.
Wow.
Probably the largest community. I don't actually know, but I would probably a fair guess, the largest community. And so I think the churches have naturally grown over the years in Elsa, in Jerseyville, and in Alton Godfrey.
Well,
because of that.
And now, especially at this time, with holidays coming up, it's the end of the year rush. The world's going 8 billion miles an hour, and everyone's just trying to grab 5 seconds of it to slow it down. What does the service kind of look and sound like as we get to this time point in the year.
Yeah, so the Thanksgiving service, it will have song, hymns, readings from the Bible and the Christian Science textbook. And really, the most special part of it is time for gratitude, where members of the community can share their gratitude, their give gratitude for blessings from God for the year. Moments of grace they've received, healings they've experienced. It's really inspiring to listen to and just to come together and give gratitude to God.
Well, and honestly, just that word you said, community, right now is just, always a great, term to use, especially when you're coming to the holiday season. It's time to slow things down and come together. And, things might take a little bit longer to get completed, but it's all about those memories that you're creating and the lessons you're learning too,
Mm-hmm.
And now with this too, guys, if you're just tuning in, coming up on Thanksgiving Day, November the 28th at First Church of Christ Scientist in Elsa, that location's at 53. I always get this pronunciation. Is it LaSalle or LaSalle?
I actually don't know. I think it's LaSalle.
Okay, yeah. I'll err with your side of caution here. 10:30 a.m. Then if you're not available to go to Elsa, but you are in that Alton Godfrey area, 1430 West Delmar Avenue in Godfrey at 10 a.m. will be the Thanksgiving Day service for that area. And then in Jerseyville, 1118 South Liberty Street at 10 a.m. For the Jerseyville location. And now, does each church follow that same kind of pattern?
Yeah, we do.
Really cool.
Yeah, the order of service is laid out in our church manual, and so every church will have this basically the same structure. The music will be different, so there'll be some stuff that's a little unique, but the structure is the same.
Well, and now take me through, if it's okay, a little bit of the Church of Christ Scientist a little bit, and just because I've never really learned about the practices and some of some of that, I'd be more than interested to learn, and our audience would too, in case maybe that's something for us.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that,
yeah.
CJ. Happy to. So the church founded by a New England woman, Mary Baker Eddy, in the late 1800s after she'd grown up in the Congregational Church, and after she was an invalid most of her life, and she was actually on her deathbed. She'd had a fall on the ice in February in New England and was on her deathbed, read one of Jesus' healings in the Bible, had what appeared to be a miraculous healing through glimpsing something from that Bible story. And out of that healing, she really started to study the Bible a lot and had a conviction the healing was not miraculous, that actually there was something scientific to it, hence the name Christian Science. And so she studied the Bible a lot, gleaned what she saw were laws of God that Jesus must have relied on to heal others. And since he told his disciples to heal, Christian Scientists believe we must be able to do that too. If Jesus expected his followers to heal, we must be able to do that through relying on laws of God, through prayer. So Mrs. Eddy started to heal others, and out of that, the church grew.
Interesting. Now, have you always practiced?
I have. I'm lifelong. I'm like a fourth generation Christian Scientist.
That's really interesting. Really cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. And now take me through just your experience. Have you always been at the Elsa location for church, or is that a place that you found after you got back from the military?
No. So I didn't grow up here.
Okay.
Didn't go to college here. So
where from?
I grew up in California.
Really cool.
Yeah, and then was in Boston area for a while. Boston is actually the world headquarters of our church. So I worked there for a little while after college.
What was that like?
It was a very holy experience for me. A lot of spiritual growth. I worked for our church's religious magazines, so it was a cool job.
Wow, really fascinating. And now take me through what it's like being in this area with First Church of Christ Scientist in that Elsa location. What makes it different? What makes it stand out from, maybe some other places you've been in the past?
Well, that's an interesting question. I've always had good church experiences.
Really good to know, yeah.
And have a good experience here too. And so I don't know that I would say anything makes it totally unique from other churches, but I think just makes us stand out in general is the love and peace that people feel when they come to our church.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and now too, with Principi and all the great things that are going down there in Elsa too, it's got to just create this really unique community, I'm sure, at the church where it has all walks of life and background too.
Yeah. I mean, with Principia, we're very diverse. We have people from all over the world coming to college here. So that's pretty cool. It's a diverse community.
Oh, absolutely. And now, what is going to be the main takeaway, do you think, for folks that are going to stop by and are interested after this conversation or watching it live now on Thanksgiving? What's that main takeaway going to be, that main message, do you think?
Feeling uplifted, feeling grateful to God, feeling at peace. That's the main takeaway.
Really interesting. You got a moment to stick around?
Sure.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. I'll pay a quick bill. Time's 10:09 on this 13th day of November. 49 degrees in the heart of the 618. More Daily Show after this.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Welcome back to our Daily Show. Here's CJ.
A little bit of ELO and a lot of Roger Gordon, First Church of Christ Scientist. How about that? 10:13. If I could tell time, I'd be really good at my job, Roger.
You're pretty good at your job.
You were coming during the break, and you were coming in and telling me about the really unique and cool. Is it Christmas?
Mm-hmm.
Christmas event that you guys do at the Methodist Church?
Yeah, so we partner with the Methodist Church in Elsa. So this is unique to the Elsa Church.
Yeah.
Elsa Christian Science Church and Elsa Methodist Church. We're right next door to each other. I mean, if you go to Elsa, it's you can throw a stone and hit each other's church. You know, we're right next door. So we've been partnering for like 50 years, I think, I think back to the 60s or 70s. We do a joint Christmas sing in both churches. We start in one church and then we go to the other church and we work together to plan the program and celebrate Christmas together. Yeah, I mean, we have our differences, but we don't really care for this event. We like to celebrate Christmas together.
Well, and we were talking, and I've always said this. I've said this on my show. You got to believe I am fine with whatever denomination, whatever form, but right now the world's losing faith, and we need faith so bad. And I think it's great that you all, push past the what you guys do each and every week, and just take it and come together for a night and a day of really great, growth.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
Now, when is this?
Let's see. This year it'll be December 15th, 3:00 in the afternoon, Sunday.
Really cool.
Yeah.
And what's the address of the church? Do you know off the top of your head?
I don't know the address of the Methodist church, but if you go to the Christian Science Church, it's right next door.
Really cool. And the Christian Science Church, 53 LaSalle Street, and we figured that out earlier. We tentatively said at LaSalle. But we have been talking about the Thanksgiving festive services that are coming down the pipeline. When you guys are enjoying your Thanksgiving festivities, something to think about. Take some time out of the day. If you are in the Alton Godfrey area in our Riverbender coverage map, it starts at 10 a.m. in the Alton Godfrey area church at 1430 West Delmar. That's right next to Casey's and Levis Lane, which I don't know if you you do because you drive past it. Apparently, when you live there, you forget that there's a stop sign at Levis Lane. That's not a yield. It's amazing what happens down there. Anyway. I'm sorry, I'm going to get smoked for that one. But, I really think this is such a positive thing to talk about because, whether you're in Elsa at 10:30 on the 28th or you're in Godfrey and Alton at 10 a.m. or in Jerseyville, I think it's really great to have these different locations because, for some folks, especially as you get older and who knows, transportation becomes an issue.
Yeah, yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah, I would just say get to where you can get to if you're interested in joining. Thanksgiving as a holiday, really, if you look at it historically, it's about giving gratitude to God. That's what George Washington, that's what his intent was in declaring the first Thanksgiving proclamation. Same with Abraham Lincoln. It's about giving gratitude to God. And so let's do that.
Well, now take me through who's leading the services, if it's okay.
Sure. So our church is structured a little differently. We don't have ordained clergy. We don't have pastors.
Okay.
And so we have democratically elected readers from our congregation who read from the Bible and the Christian Science textbook. That's our sermon, if you will.
Really interesting, yeah.
So those are the people who lead the service.
Wow, and who are the leaders of the service? Do you know off the top of your head?
So at my church in Elsa, I happen to know very well because the first reader is my wife. So
she's the best. She's the best reader.
She's great. My wife. I guess I'm biased. Yeah, she's.
That's right. Good answer, Roger. I was helping you out here.
So she's the first reader. Our second reader is a professor at Principia College.
Really unique. Yeah. And it's just one of those things I like to highlight because it's always good to meet the faces and some of the folks we'll be hearing, on the 28th. Yeah. And now we talked about your services already and when they're normally set. Outside of the winter event, is there anything you guys do in the start of the new year to ring in 2025?
I'm not sure. Other than our regular church services, I should say we also have, maybe you've seen them on occasion, Christian Science reading rooms.
Oh, yeah.
And so while that's not really ringing in 2025, I just want to put in a plug for our reading room too, because they're open a lot more regularly.
Where location?
There's one in the mall here in Alton. If you go to the Alton Mall, there's a reading room there. Ours in Elsa is right in the town. Right on LaSalle Street, just a few blocks down from the church.
Wonderful. And if you're just tuning in, we've been talking to Roger Gordon of the First Church of Christ Scientist, and you're with Principia as well. Yeah. And now take me through what it's like in your role at Principia and how it ties into the church, because this is really unique. I know that this is somewhat of what you do in your day-to-day, and what's it like to be around young people and kind of help them develop and discover for themselves, this potential in faith.
So I'm director of spiritual life and chaplain for Principia College, and it's really rewarding work. I think young people nowadays are written off as not being very interested in faith or spirituality.
True, yeah.
I don't think that's really true. There is some truth to it, but it's the surface level data that we see is not doesn't tell the whole story.
You know
I
what?
don't think.
Just to add to that, I think this individuals and the younger people that are heavily invested. I think that's the kind of the disconnect that I get from those stats. It's like, yeah, maybe, but the thing is, from what I've seen, the younger people that are in faith are not just, like maybe older generations didn't just went to church every Sunday because that's routine. I mean, they're heavily exploring their spirituality and faith.
Absolutely, would totally agree with that. Yeah, that's been my sense too. Is you kind of have to be if you're going to be like with the data we see right now.
Yeah,
like
100%.
If you're committed, you're committed. So we definitely see that. It's really rewarding work to support people in their own spiritual journey and help them find their own answers.
I bet 100%.
I love it. It's great work.
And now, especially with Principia, because folks don't realize it, and I've had Principia on a ton, especially with the mammoth. I think that is like the coolest darn story ever.
It really is. Yeah.
But I didn't realize kind of the prowess that Principia really has with around the country, and how many different students are coming in from literally all over.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like that's what I find so interesting about what you do there, because it's not just a template student. You're literally communicating and advising and helping and talking with and counseling every background, it seems like, at Principia.
Yeah. Very, very diverse.
Yeah.
It's like something around 40%. I can't remember the exact number, but it's around 40% of our students are international students.
That's incredible. That's what I was getting at. Yeah.
So and we're a small college, but so diverse. It's a fascinating place.
Well, and you guys have some good soccer programs too.
We do. Yeah, and a good rugby program.
Oh, that's really true. That's 100% true. Well, Roger, before I let you go, is there anything else we need to fill our audience in on?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I just would love to welcome, whatever your faith background, love to welcome you on Thanksgiving, and let's give gratitude to God together.
It's time for my job now. That Thanksgiving that Roger was talking about, I happen to have the notes in front of me. November the 28th. There's 3 different locations that you, your family, your friends can go to and really enlighten yourselves on this Thanksgiving holiday. First Church of Christ Scientist in Elsa. That's 53 LaSalle Street at 10:30 a.m. Their website, www.cselsa.org. Plus, if you're in the Alton Godfrey area, 1430 West Delmar Avenue, right next to Casey's at 10 a.m. You can Google csalton.org. Then in Jerseyville, again at 10 a.m. at 1118 South Liberty Street, you can go to their Facebook page, facebook.com/CS Jerseyville. Roger Gordon, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, CJ. It was great to be here.
Oh, no problem at all. 10:21, little bit of change. We'll come back and chat for a few on this Wednesday morning. Then Lacy McDonald's coming in 100 years ago. Alton was craving Goldfish and not the cracker.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today. Welcome back to our daily show. Wanted to bring you back really quick because I told you guys we'd be doing more of this. We're going to take you to Washington here in a second. President Joe Biden and President-elect Trump are meeting currently in the Oval Office, and we'll take you there now. Here's the meeting. It just started a couple of minutes ago. Them meeting with the press. This is in Washington in the Oval Office.
Thank you very much. And politics is tough.
and it's in many cases not a very nice world, but it is a nice world today, and I appreciate very much a transition that's so smooth. It'll be as smooth as it can get, and I very much appreciate that, Jim.
You're welcome. Thank you all.
Fresh was shoot out pretty quickly there in the Oval Office in Washington. As you see, President-elect Trump and Joe Biden are meeting in the Oval Office in a moment of a little bit of a softer side of things. You see the two men there sharing a quick smile as the press acted like hyenas to try to get that question off before the press team pushed him out of the Oval Office. But as you see, they're in Washington. The peaceful transition of power underway as the president-elect, the soon-to-be 47th president of the United States, Donald Trump, meeting with the current president, the 46th president, Joe Biden. So really great to see that, and just seeing that political transition. But we'll have more for you as the morning rolls on. I just like bringing those sights and sounds because that's really, folks, what makes our country so unique. 10:25, back to a commercial break. More Daily Show, and Lacy McDonald joins us after this.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Get paid to go solar.
We're not solar bros. At Grid, we're solar pros. We explain the process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trunked. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Williams song. Cause you see, I'm a dinosaur. I should have died out a long time before. Have pity on a dinosaur.
Oh, hell, I'm on time. It is actually 10:30. Wow. Little Hank Williams, some Bo Cephas, if you will. We aren't talking dinosaurs today. Goldfish. You know, Lacy. What was going on with these goldfish? This was like this was a hopping product.
It was a hopping product. So I think the reason it was a hopping product in Alton was specifically because of Casper Horn, who was this goldfish breeder, essentially. So not only did he raise goldfish to sell, but he created new varieties that people could purchase or get for free.
What? There you go. What was Casper's infatuation with the goldfish?
So I'm not sure about that. So he had 3 major interests other than his job. His job was that he owned Horn & Horn Grocery, and he was also director of Alton Banking and Trust. And in 1921, so a couple years before this, he sold the grocery business to his oldest sons, Lewis and Casper Jr., so he would have more time to devote to his interests. So here are his interests. Fancy chicken raising. Yes. I think that was before the goldfish.
Do they have hats?
No, but I think they had those feathers.
Oh, okay. I thought it was top. Maybe you dressed them up.
Oh,
they had a little cane.
Little posh chickens.
Yeah, like he glued a little cane on their breast and they walked around with the tuxedos,
That'd be amazing. I wonder how long you could keep a tuxedo on a chicken before it was just filthy and in tatters.
About 30 seconds.
It wouldn't last long, especially if there's more than one chicken in the vicinity. Fancy chicken raising, goldfish propagating, and he had a flower farm too. So the goldfish propagating, he'd started maybe 10 years before this article, but by 1924, and the year before, 1923, he had 3,000 goldfish. And so this article from November 1924 talks about these beautiful goldfish, and all these articles, there were 3 or 4 articles that referred to him as the Luther Burbank of goldfish. So then I had to go down a path to figure out who Luther Burbank was, because one of the most interesting things about articles from another time period that you're not familiar with is all the references that the authors make with no explanation, because at the time, everybody knew who that was.
Oh.
You didn't have to explain it. So Luther Burbank was a prolific botanist who cultivated fruits, vegetables, flowers, the Shasta daisy, which probably a lot of people are familiar with, and the russet Burbank potato, which is, from what I understand, the potato that's used for French fries in
McDonald's.
Right, exactly.
That is the
from
McDonald's potato.
Yeah. So it was a little bit popular when he first created it, and then became more and more popular as time went on and as more fast food restaurants and specifically McDonald's were using it. And he was on a stamp in 1940. So this guy was really famous at the time.
The goldfish guy?
No, not Luther Burbank.
Oh, okay.
Luther Burbank.
I was lost here. I'm like, how the hell is this goldfish breeder on a...
No.
Okay,
Luther Burbank.
Okay.
But he was the Luther Burbank of goldfish.
Okay.
So Casper Horn had the biggest goldfish hatchery, I think in southern Illinois, possibly in Illinois. He also had the biggest dahlia farm in Illinois, since he was also into flowers. I don't know where his fancy chicken hatchery rated on the list of big fancy chicken hatcheries in Illinois.
They're some goofy looking creatures. Have you seen when they walk around? It is just amazing that they can even function.
Yeah.
You know, what I am curious about, because, you know, it says he raised approximately 3,000 goldfish on his property on Albee Street.
Yeah.
Before I ask you where that property is, did he ruin the genetic code of the goldfish? Because you know how sometimes, like when, especially, and people are going to get so mad at me, but I'm sorry, like your collapsed nose dogs that have been, you know, overbreeded for generations that have all these things. Is it kind of, could that happen? Did it happen here? Like, were there any reports of like, don't buy Horn's fish because mine died within 30 days or every one of them are getting sick or...
No, I think that by the time Casper Horn was working on this, they had been bred to the little versions that we know now. I mean, goldfish are carp.
Right.
So...
Some of those suckers, though, get big.
They get, if you put a standard goldfish in a regular pond, it'll get huge. And so, I don't think that Casper Horn, I don't know if he made anything better genetically, but I don't think that what he was doing was making those goldfish less healthy.
That's interesting. I mean, I'm sorry. I kind of came off as I was trying to throw I was going after Casper Horn for a second. I would have gone after the descendants for ruining the genetic code.
Goldfish were not. They were very beautiful, and lots of people liked having them as entertainment in their home. But we were very, very into goldfish, and goldfish were maybe not the best thing to be into, because when they did escape, like if somebody released a goldfish into a pond, or I found one report where they were talking about going through the sewer, the Alton sewer, and found a goldfish, a very large goldfish that they assumed was a Casper Horn goldfish, but probably just because he was the, you know, preeminent goldfish guy. So most people's goldfish in the area were from him, but they found it in the sewer.
What did an aquarium look like in the 1920s, CJ, full of goldfish? Well, you might ask. The Library of Congress has the answer.
Yeah. Yeah, and there were some super elaborate aquariums too, like Victorian rich people sort of considered them an extension of a museum or a cabinet of curiosities.
Well, even now, have you seen those saltwater aquariums?
Oh man,
God dang, if you can afford one of those, like, just take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is thousands of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I tried fish. I'm just going to be honest with you. I eat fish currently, but I mean, I tried having them as a hobby. And
okay.
Well, it was really bad, Lacy, because I got these beautiful fish. I went over to Malawi Aquatics. They have a fish store. It's in North County, but guy was great. And they had this one fish there that had teeth. And I have a really funny joke, but I never say it because I will get canceled immediately on my show when I do. But this fish had funny teeth, and it would try to bite you every time it walked by. You walked by, like it would just like swim up and.
Oh, like in the tank, it was just trying to bite you from the inside.
Oh, God, it was very mean.
What kind of fish was it?
Pacu.
Okay, I'll have to look that up.
Pacu. I mean, they're pretty big. It's like a piranha, but a little bit more ferocious. And they have very human teeth.
More ferocious?
Well, they don't have the sharp teeth. They have like little human mouths. So it's hilarious. Like, I'll be honest with you. It is freaking hilarious. But, so I get it. All of a sudden, everything's going good. I convinced my aunt that it needed to be at her house. Okay? I said, this aquarium would look beautiful here. You know, like I'm putting it all on thick, and she was interested. It did not last. I guess I couldn't manage the pH in my water, but I had the drops, and it's like, you know, then you have to clean the damn thing, and that is just not fun. If that's your thing, God love you, but it's just not mine. I don't like slime, muck, you know? I don't like any muck.
I like my pets to interact with me. Well, I mean, I guess your fish was interacting with you when it tried to bite you through the tank the whole time.
Aquarium,
But I need something that I can like cuddle
you
and that
really
can
cuddle
like
a fish.
meow at me when it's hungry.
Yeah, like I get like some people have like a bearded dragon, you know? I mean, those are different because those are pet, but you can hold them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now someone would make $1 million tomorrow if they found out a way that you could hold your fish and pet it.
Yeah, because they're smooth, or some of them are not smooth. They're kind of scaly, but that would be fun.
You put like a little water glove on, you know.
Have you seen seen, I don't know if they work, but have you seen those little rings where you're supposed to be able to feed a hummingbird?
No.
Yeah.
No way. I
want one
Google
because I want to do that, but I don't know if they really work.
See,
it's like
I
a
had
little ring.
You know, I had a pet hummingbird.
What?
Oh,
no.
yeah, this is a great story. My mom was cutting grass, and the mom, I think, kicked the bird out of the, and my mom may or may not have ran over its wing, not realizing there was a bird there.
Yeah.
But we nursed it back. His name was Nectar. His name was Hector the Nectar Collector or something like that. Because anyway.
Yeah.
But I had him for a couple of. He was a great pet. We fed him and all that. He didn't make it, but we did a good job. Apparently, it was no way he was going to fly again. And, but it was fun. They were good, fun pets. But you got to be careful around here for the praying mantis.
Oh, because they'll eat hummingbirds.
Oh my God, 100%.
Isn't that crazy?
I swear, I saw the video about this. I know we'll get back to fish. I was talking about, my mom was telling me about these praying mantis. I didn't believe it. I looked out on her deck because she has a bunch of hummingbird feeders, and there was this praying mantis just like sitting there waiting for these birds. Amazing. And honestly, they're kind of jerks.
I saw one eating a bee this summer, but I've never seen one eating an actual hummingbird. But yeah, they're crazy. I like them, but I wish that they wouldn't eat the hummingbirds.
Yeah, look at this. It's only like $4. This is cool.
Oh yeah, the ring?
Yeah, let's pull this up.
Yeah,
Hold on. Look at that.
I don't know if
anyone want to help Lacy out? There's where it puts its little beak in. It has
right. Like it just doesn't seem like that would really be possible.
I guarantee you, because there are some individuals that have like a knack for sitting on the porch or deck, and then the animals come to them.
Yeah, that's true. I might not be patient enough.
Hell no, are you kidding me? And then, I'll be honest with you, not with hummingbirds. I think I'd be fine. But when it comes to like anything else, like the elk at Lone Elk Park, I'm like all fun and games. Like, let's feed these things until they get close. And I'm like, oh my God, get that damn thing away from me. Get it away. It's fun from a distance. And I can't do outside with bees and stuff. So I don't know if I'd be able to do the hummingbird ring, because I'd be feeding the hummingbird, then a bee would fly by me and I'd punch the hummingbird in the mouth trying to get away from the damn bee. And then I'd be going to jail for animal cruelty.
Are you allergic to bees?
No. Back to Goldfish. We took a little bit of a detour there, but here we are now in the late 1910s and early 1920s. Caspar did own the largest goldfish hatchery. Now, was this like a tourist attraction? Did people want to come down to see his hatchery?
He did encourage people to come see the hatchery and his flowers. So, yeah, I don't know if it was a tourist attraction outside of the area, but there was an article where he encouraged people to come look at everything and said that they would love it. So, and there were a whole bunch of articles ads about getting free goldfish from different drugstores. I mentioned to you, I think when we were off the air, but you could at one point write to the government and get a free goldfish, like as a pet.
How do they have all these damn goldfish just laying around?
I don't know. But yeah. And maybe they just went and got them from Caspar Horn when they needed them for the buy.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Let's see, buy a pound of coffee or some violet talcum powder, and then you get a free bowl and 2 free goldfish.
So look at on your screen here. We will give you a bowl and 2 goldfish free. So what is the bowl going to do? I mean, you can't keep the goldfish in there, can you? Were they talking an actual fish bowl?
Oh yeah, like a little fish bowl. I mean, it's not a good long-term solution, but that's what a lot of people kept them in.
I thought they were going to give us a soup bowl or something. I don't know why my brain went to that.
Like the bowl. Oh no, the other picture has a bowl.
Oh, this one has a bowl?
It has a.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that.
Like that. That's exactly what you get.
So you get Friday and let me do this. Friday and Saturday on these 2 days while they last, we give you absolutely free 1 fish globe. See, they defined it as a globe.
Well, that's true.
I think that's better. Containing 2 goldfish and seaweed. Wow.
Yes.
With each purchase of enhancement face powder. This is a good powder in all shades, made with mercury. No.
Right, that's the small print. You know what? There is something in this list that is illegal now.
Oh, 100%.
I guarantee.
Now, this is what I think's fun. The phone number is 284.
Oh, yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
You know, it's just one of those things with my generation, like, if that's an area code. That was somebody's you just call 284 and you got Burnett and Sanders.
Yeah.
Incredible.
You could probably just call the operator and ask for Burnett and Sanders.
Did you
and
just
wouldn't
have to
even
pick
have to know
up
the
the
number.
phone? Is that all you had to do for the operator, or did you have to, like, dial 1?
Oh, that's a good question. It was probably different depending on different years.
Yeah.
Like what the steps were.
I couldn't hold an old-time like, that is a little awkward when you're like, you got to have it here, and then you have the earpiece here.
Yeah, I don't think people talked on the phone for that long, though. Like, you wouldn't have, well, I don't know.
Could you imagine,
wouldn't
like,
have
a
super long-
45-minute gossip call like this? You wouldn't be able to move your damn arm after you're done. It'd be stuck like this for years.
They used to have telephone couches.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah.
We're learning a lot on this show
Yeah.
today. I got to Google this.
Yeah.
Okay, telephone couches.
Yeah.
So, I was talking to you before the segment started. So, goldfish are not the best for the natural landscape.
Right.
Because of the fact that they're burrowers.
Yeah, they go down to the bottom to feed, and so they get all the like mud and dirt churned up.
Oh yeah, that's
and then there's not enough light that can come in for the plants and stuff. So yeah, if you ever have a goldfish and you don't want it anymore, do not put it in a pond or lake. Like, find someone to give it to.
Did you ever see the Family Guy where he flushed his goldfish and then they found it like 10 years later, but it mutated and it held him hostage?
Yeah, that's another problem. So don't do it because of the risks with it mutating and holding you hostage.
He said, "Dad, remember the goldfish? He wasn't dead." So just because we're talking about a lot today, here's a telephone couch. How cool is this? Is that a telephone couch?
Yeah.
So the telephone will go in that gimmick, that doodad over there, and that'd be a good way to gossip. Now, the question I have, in my one complaint, hindsight be at 2020, why would the headrest be on the opposite side of where the phone was?
Well, you know what? I guess it would depend on how long the cord was. Maybe that's, what year is that one from?
Oh shoot, you got me. You can buy this one today, so it ain't from. It's a replica.
Okay, well, I think we would have to look at the history of telephone couches and see how that lined up with the history of.
That's why Lacey's the expert
telephones.
This is why you can't shape. This is why we need you, because I would be the one that just says, "Yep, done. That is it." No.
And then I'll spend 15 hours looking at this, just so I can say one thing in here.
So, with that being said, what was this? What was the fun of this article for you?
Okay, so one of the things that I really liked was learning about all the different hatcheries that were on the north side of Alton during this time. So I don't even know about other parts of Alton, but there was an earthworm farm, a goatery, a cattery, specializing. I know.
Why is it always a re? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, could they never just call it like a goldfish emporium? Would it always have to be a re?
Well, I think Emporium would be where you go buy them. And I guess you could buy them directly from him, but I don't know. We'd have to.
It just seems like everything kind of got, cattery, doggery, grocery.
You're just going through everything now that ends in RY.
What the hell?
I'm going to do the history of language next.
There we go.
Yeah, like have to figure out where that suffix comes from. Like what language it comes from. Anyway, cattery, specializing in Angora cats, which are like super fluffy cats. And at one point, this guy had a storefront, just briefly, like for an afternoon, and just filled it with all of his cats so people could come and see them and buy them. Huh. Yeah. And then a canary bird hatchery, a crawfish pond, not a crawfishery, and a possumry. And because it was listed, the possumry was listed in this list of mostly things that you would have as pets other than the earthworms. The earthworms were for fishing. I did some research on the possumry, and they were raising possums for fur. But I don't quite know if it ever actually happened, because I found articles about the plans, but I didn't find any articles about
Was there
actual
some
production.
pushback on the possumry?
No. There was an article actually that someone in another town would be happy to sell some possums to them because he read the article about how there was going to be a possumry. It was also called an opossum farm when I started looking for it. But yeah, they were going to have like 200 possums and feed them persimmons. They were going to replant some persimmon trees onto this 5 acre property that was going to be fenced in. And then like a whole article with plans. And then I never found anything else.
Where was his farm at?
I think that...
Because it's on Albee.
Oh, yeah.
Or hatchery.
Yeah, the fish farm. It was on Albee, but I'm not sure. I looked it up, but then I forgot to look at it.
Is your property the old home of Casper Horn? Winter gets nothing. We just want to know.
It's just full of like goldfish skeletons.
Oh my God. That's what they found at Ben Franklin's apartment in Paris.
It's just fish skeletons?
No, it was real skeletons. That was a couple weeks ago. Did I tell you about that?
No.
Yeah, so they were, it was Ben Franklin's old apartment in like Paris or something, but there was a ton of bodies. And it wasn't because he was a mass murderer. Like, that was what the internet immediately went to. They're like, oh, he's a serial killer. No, it was just because I think there was like an autonomy lab there or something.
Yeah.
It wasn't, he was never a mass murderer.
I gotta start that rumor
I think
on
that,
our daily show.
Oh my God, no. But so anyway, Ben Franklin, was sleeping on top of dead bodies.
Well, I mean,
not literally, like the basement. And I got to start clarifying more. I'm getting taken out of context too much.
Just that one line, no context. Yeah.
Oh my
goodness.
goodness.
I didn't see that. I'll have to look for that.
Yeah. So it was in his London, or was it London or Paris? Anyway, they were just talking about it the other day. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
There are probably a lot of skeletons in a lot of places we don't expect.
There's a lot of skeletons in our founding fathers' closets, that's for sure. Now, back to this.
Yes.
When did Mr. Horn cease operation?
Oh, let's see. He died. When did he die?
When did Beta Fish come in? It was probably around the same year.
Oh, no. That's something else to look up. No, he died in 1941, and he was still working on the goldfish. I don't know if he was as prolific at that time as he was earlier in his career with the goldfish, but yeah, he still had them. It was definitely mentioned in his obituary.
Really cool. Alrighty. Now, Lacy, what are you writing about next week?
I am writing about a marionette show.
Hell no. Where was this at?
In Alton, at the Spalding Auditorium.
Like they did, and they had like, they had like the little voices
and the little voices.
What are you doing? Oh, and it float around.
Yes, we should do the whole interview with our own marionettes.
What was the Shrek thing? Remember when they had the Shrek and it was the marionette was the preview for Far Far Away or The Perfect Place?
Oh, I don't know.
I always forget the name of that damn town. It's always when I need it the most.
Yeah,
too.
just not
That's why
there.
I'm a talk show host, Yeah. I can take a break and find out. 10:51, we are going to be talking about a marionette show. Mm-hmm. This is interesting. Were there a lot of marionette shows?
You know what? There were. It was Tony Sarg's marionettes, and
I met Tony.
You did not meet
Okay.
Tony.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Died in the 40s. There were 3 shows in Alton during the 20s and 30s. And he was actually a really, 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 really interesting artist. So I found a lot of cool stuff about him while I was working on it.
Let's talk about that next week.
Okay.
Shall we?
Let's do it.
10:51, a quick break. We come back and wrap up this Wednesday that was right after this, after I make this good basket.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
I ain't got no melody. I'm gonna sing it to my friends. When I go round in circles, when they fly high like a bird up in the sky. When I go round in circles, when they fly high like a bird.
Welcome back, 10:55. Time to talk. So, as you all know, I love the All-Star Award, but because it's my invention. But, yeah, actually it is. Started it like 7 years ago. Actually, 2019. So when was that, 5 years ago? Yeah. I love the All-Star Award, but I love our local news more. And it's my time to take you back to news here, as we had a busy 10 o'clock hour, and I love all the great conversations that we've had today. So there's a couple, two news stories that are of importance that I would like to fill you in on, and this is in regards to Jarrett Combs. Dan Brannon, content director at RiverBender.com, is reporting the following. Fairview Heights police have arrested a wanted fugitive from Missouri on Wednesday morning after receiving information that he was staying at a Super 8 hotel. Jared H. Combs, that 39-year-old white male, was wanted on multiple felony warrants from Franklin County, including charges of sexual assault, kidnapping, domestic violence, and possession of a controlled substance. The arrest attempt occurred at around 10 a.m. Officers observed Combs in the hotel parking lot walking his pit bull. According to police, Combs resisted arrest and fell into a deep ravine during the encounter. Officers deployed a taser as he attempted to flee, but he managed to escape into a wooded area on the north side of that ravine. In response to the situation, law enforcement set up a perimeter and called for assistance from additional agencies, including police canine units, drones, and air support. After approximately 1 hour of searching, a drone located Combs, who was subsequently taken into custody without further incident just northwest of the railroad tracks near the location. During the operation, officers recovered a loaded semi-automatic firearm where Combs had fallen into a ravine and a second firearm in his hotel room. He was transported to the St. Clair County Jail. We'll keep you updated as more details emerge. Finally, in the news today, Sydney Sinks reporting that during their work session on November the 12th, Edwardsville Community Unit School District Number 7 Board of Education reviewed recent scores on the Illinois School Report Card. The Illinois School Report Card considers a district's test score, attendance record, cultural, and more. Edwardsville 13 schools all received commendable designations. Dr. Patrick Shelton, the superintendent of Edwardsville Community School District Number 7, explained how to access and navigate the report card's data online. The board noted that Edwardsville High School scored less than a point away from the exemplary designation, which would put the school in the top 5% of high schools in Illinois. Shelton noted that schools can improve their summative designation by focusing on certain areas where they can make, quote, significant growth, end quote. For example, the high school's response rate on the climate survey was 65.76, and Shelton believes they can increase this response to gain a higher summative score. According to the report card, District 7 has a 91% graduation rate and a 17% chronic absenteeism rate, which is when a student misses 10% or more of the school days. Shelton noted that all districts have seen their chronic absenteeism rate increase since the COVID-19 pandemic. Over the next few weeks, principals will send out information in their weekly newsletters about the Illinois School Report Card. The newsletters will overview the report card and summative designation, then dive into that chronic absenteeism issue and the next steps. To view Edwardsville District 7 scores on the Illinois Report Card, you can do so by clicking on a hyperlink on the RiverBender.com article. That'll do it for us today. Wednesday, my friend. Wednesday morning. Hold on. Is all but said and done, but we got to do it again tomorrow and on Friday. Hey, it's a beautiful day, but it will rain today, so grab an umbrella, go grab a bite to eat, get home, get tucked in, watch our daily show on demand, and try your best to stay out of jail.